Welcome back to our SpaceX Extreme Factorio playthrough. I've just set up I've started setting up the science controller. If we have a look at our production over a minute, we actually make it 5 seconds so you can see that. Well, it was actually up at about 10k, but the red 10k close enough. The green, yeah, it was close to 10k, but the real thing that I wanted to show you is clearly we've found already our issue long before I'm actually too far into the science setup. We can't make plates at the rate that we are consuming them. We're consuming them at sort of 140,000, 160,000 if you multiply that by 5. We just aren't able to keep up with that just with our current smelting. Our UPS is holding up okay, so that's not really a problem. That's interesting. So that basically tells me how many sections are doing iron, which is 12, 14 doing, well, 13 and 14 are doing copper, and 14 is doing steel, which begs the question, what's 15 doing? It's probably rounding, even though I've got something in there to deal with rounding. But in any event, no, steel's right at the top, then copper, and then iron, trying to keep up with the demand. In any event, we clearly know what the problem is. The problem is insufficient of our smelting, so I need to do more. I'm probably well, not probably, I am going to, well, first of all we'll check just to see how much. We've already created 38,000 red and 18,000 green. I turned on red first. Military has been set to 96,000 anyway, because that's what we need for each of the 2 military science packs. I haven't engaged this with blue yet, and obviously purple. Well, purple, I don't think we're actually doing purple anymore. I think it's got to a point where, oh no, we are still doing a bit of purple. But it's pretty close to filling up all of the passive providers down there, so it's probably not going to do too much anyway. We will be rapidly exhausting our supplies of iron plates. It's down to less than half of the stockpile that I've told it to store, so clearly we have an issue there. Steel is dropping, of course, as well, and yeah, this continues to go up pretty astronomically quick. 24 now green. So I mean, while we have the stockpiles, we're close to being able to do it, but yeah, we're just we need more plate throughput. That's all there is to it. So what I'll do is I will add 2 more columns of our science. We basically have 3. Well, there's 3 lots in each one, but I call this 3. So we've got 3. I will add 2 more, and we will revisit it then. I'll probably do, well, I will do that off camera because, and I'm going to do it a slightly different way. I will actually break it probably into thirds, because that'll be a little bit easier to place and line up without the same issues. But there's a lot of fiddly wiring needed to get it right, so it's probably better not to, you know, do all of that on YouTube. It will probably take me more than the 20 minutes of an episode. So yeah, let's just cut here and we'll come back when it's up and running, and we'll see what else we can break. All part of the fun. So back shortly. So welcome back. As discussed, I have added in 2 more columns. Actually, if we back out to this view, you can see we now have 5 of these columns instead of just 3. And this is a really good view also in terms of making sure that we don't have stray connections, so that when we power off these columns, they do in fact all power off. And besides from anything, it looks pretty cool as well to scroll back and see all of your power connections. It's kind of fun to have a look at things like the declining mines, and the power grid that used to be used to support them. Iron in the way down to 5.6. Landfill just over 1 mil. Iron in the way 2, still quite a long way to go, but we're about to do our best to impact that. Oh, and also it would seem that we have completely used up our stacker. The situation where we're not doing anything at all, which is pretty much right now, is probably rare. However, we may need to start using our red wire connections to implement a system where these guys need to be able to have a spot free before they leave their outpost, something like that. I could have it that one of these is open, but that might be a bit too drastic. We do actually want them to be stacking here and ready immediately to enter the actual unload stations when we need them. So I think what we want to do now is test to see if we have enough capacity to be able to run science. So let's come back here and turn science back on and see what happens. Green science is kicked off. Let's have a look at the production stats. Actually 5 seconds might be better in terms of, okay, we're getting 10k of these two. I think purple is more or less stopped. We are starting to burn into iron pretty heavily, which is kind of to be expected. These guys aren't going to run for very long before they're actually maybe 5 seconds is still better. They shouldn't run for very long before we'll actually complete the, I'm only asking for 100k. UPS, that's not too terrible. Still have robots to spare. I'm not sure what happened to robots. I noticed the number go down from about 49,000 to 44,000. I really don't know what happened there. Just something a little bit weird. I'm happy if we can do 40... Oh, it's dropping now. It's starting to bite. I guess some of the... We're starting to use up more and more of the robots. Let's just see where we're up to. 81,000, 59,000. It's going to turn off soon, but we are producing at 88,000. Oh, we are consuming more than that though. I guess if you add these two together, what have we got? 140,000. And that's only 120,000, so that's probably okay. It's just the way this balances itself. It should all be fine. So we are producing almost 160,000 here, and we are consuming somewhat less, so that's fine. Only 15,000 circuits needed to support this. That's more than fine. And look at this absolute army of bots over here. We still have some UPS left to play with, which is good. I'm not sure how much bot speed is going to help us, but it should help us a little bit. And yeah, I'd expect that red science is probably going to be done very shortly. What are we at? 89,000. In fact, I might just turn it off, so that when I engage blue science, which will be next, we can see if it works for all of the sciences. So, yep, they've all turned off. Well, I've turned off here. So, let's carry this on down and make sure we can set up blue science. See what we need next. just a short way down, past all of this green science build. Right, where do I want to engage blue science from? It sort of makes sense for this side, but it would probably be easier if I move it across to there. Let's do that. Can you reach? And this will operate whenever blue science is less than 0. We need to... this does actually need to receive power after all, so let's do this, that. You can then empower that. Blue science less than 0. There we go. That should be blue sorted. Right, now purple. So we need the green information to come through. Now, if you'll note on purple, I left part of it, I left this whole section able to perform, mainly because it has the smelters, which obviously we've been needing up above, and actually I've left both of these sections, so it's really just the bottom part that needs to be powered up. So I guess that's fairly straightforward. We might as well do purple while we're here. Actually, there's no reason I can't just cross through kind of normally over to here. Well, there's a reason it won't reach there. And a power switch. Power switch. Power switch. There you go. And this will be when purple is less than 0, and we will give the power switch some power, and then connect it to purple. I think that's connected. So we need to move green across. Ooh. Wonder if we can do this like this. Seem that we can. Just need to go too far. Right. That should fix purple and blue up. So now let's run back and re-engage science and see if we can get the whole thing to work. And yes, we're at 60-60 when nothing's happening. Awesome, huh? Right. Science. Science. So, blue's set to 100, purple's set to 100. We need to see, we've got 157 purple and we've got let me just check from here. 157 purple. Blue's only 8.7, so blue should work, but purple probably won't. Maybe if we tell purple we want 200,000 just to see if we can make it go. Let's turn it all on. Let's have a look at production. Do we have purple? Yes, we do. Blue should be getting up to about 5,000. It's not. Yeah, it's not quite. Purple 2.5. Blue's not quite there. That's interesting. And red and green. Oh, that's right. We wanted to also have a look at our resource usage. 160,000 here. Doesn't look like we need copper at this second. We're using 125 and 26, so we would seem to have the capacity to do this just. I would say. Let's check energy as well. Ooh, that's quite a spike. We should have had more capacity over the 7 gig though. We should be able to go up to about 10 gig at the moment. Anyway, I'm expecting red science has hit 100, so it should have turned off. It has. Green science shouldn't be far behind. It's on 81, 82. Blue's not quite getting to where it should. Wonder if there's any obvious reason why. This one not working would be an obvious reason. Why are you not working? Do you not actually have a wire connecting you from... There we go. It looks like it's shutting down anyway. Have we already reached the threshold for blue? Shouldn't have. What is blue doing? We don't appear to have a lot of blue going on. Blue... That's confusing. 16K. Power. Ooh. I'm going to have to check. There seems to be a problem with the nuclear. I'm going to have to check what that is. And blue seems to want to shut down prior to it needing to, so I'm going to have to check that as well. The bit sort of looks like they're not getting the boosts from here though. That's not good. Ooh. That seems to fix the boosts that this part is supposed to get. No power. Oh, okay. Oh, this can only power one thing at a time. Right, that's what the reason is. So we need to go from there to there. Has that fixed it? We also need to fix these boosts in this one. Oh dear, I'm going to have to do that in the lot, aren't I? There. Yep. Slightly annoying. But we'll get there in the end. Oh. That's not as simple as I thought it was. I'm now going to need to disconnect all of these from here. There's not one thing, it's another. Well, that's Factorio for you. Anyway, I think we've got the general idea. Blue now looks like it's running in the sort of numbers that well, close to the numbers that we need it, so maybe we don't even need all the boosts, but I'll sort it out between episodes and disconnect the wires in between using our trusty map view, which shows me where things are misbehaving. And yeah, next time we'll set up labs and finally finish off space construction. So thanks for watching, looking forward to seeing you in the next, and bye bye for now.